going, guys? Bibi here. It's 6:40 in the morning and I'm flying to Wellington. I'm going to be away for 2 weeks, going to see all my friends and go to Armageddon, so I'm really looking forward to it. Managed to get myself a window seat, so you'll be able to see some nice views in the morning, and yeah, I suppose I'll see you guys when I land, so bye. So I'm out and about and I'm at Starbucks. They have a new menu item. It is the caramel Easter egg frappe. So I'm going to get that and see what it's like. It only comes around once a year, so might as well splurge. I don't normally buy Starbucks. It kind of tastes like a normal caramel frappuccino, but it's got a bit more of a chocolatey taste. Haven't found any Easter egg bits in it or anything, so I'm not sure what's that special about it.
I know.
Yeah.
Because it's like the colour of chocolate at the bottom.
Maybe.
Because when you look under it, it's the colour of chocolate.
Let's see. It is a little bit chocolatey. You might be right there. I'm staying with my friends again, like last year, so that was their son. So yeah, you might be right there. It is nice though, maybe not for the $8 that I paid for it. Starbucks is something that, well, at least for myself, I don't buy all the time, so it's a nice treat.
I recommend the caramel popcorn.
Caramel popcorn?
Caramel popcorn's good.
Well, maybe I might try that next week.
Hello, audience.
Hi, friend.
Incoming. Ooh, straight out the hand.
Yo.
The other one just went in first. He's like, damn it.
Yeah. There you go, you finally got a piece. Day one of Armageddon. It's on for 3 days and we are here a little bit early. If we look behind me, we have a nice long line already. It is Easter weekend, so of course there are planes flying everywhere. We're pretty close to the airport. Yeah, so day one of Armageddon, and we are going to be seeing some cosplay panels. We start late because of Easter, so it starts at 12 PM and goes all the way through to 5 PM. Tomorrow is going to be a normal day from 9 AM to 5 PM, and there'll be lots of awesome animation guests, which I can't wait. So today we're just going to be looking around, popping into one panel and having a good time, and you guys are going to see it all. Armageddon haul and noticed something interesting. This. Niantic has given us something cool for Armageddon, or the Armageddon people sorted it out. Armageddon. That is a lot of unknown. So until 5 PM Sunday, I guess I have some Pokemon Go to do.
My name is Jess, also known by my cosplay handle as Jayveeka, and in case you haven't guessed, this is a panel all about skits. I've been cosplaying for 10 years, and through that time I've entered a lot of competitions, and one of my favourite things about the competitions has always been the skits. Our example here is great, because not only is it performed well, and it tells us about the relationships between the characters through the dance, movements, and its entirely original choreography. You need a beginning, a middle, and an ending. Having a theme to work with kind of helps too. The coming example I'm going to show you rips off a popular meme at the time, for example. Using the time limit can actually be to your advantage as well. It's very easy when you're writing a skit to kind of keep going and going and going. It gets funniest when you start trimming the fat off, getting rid of all the little bits that, yeah, okay, maybe we don't need that bit, maybe we don't need that bit. And the tighter and more well-resolved skit, tighter and more well-resolved your script is, the better your skit is going to be.
Seconds with a blindfold on. That is ridiculous.
I know, right?
You guys are monsters.
so I'm now with the highly talented Leigh. And tell me about the stall that I'm standing in right now.
This is the Drawfest stall, and let's see, we do a monthly get-together where we take artists out of their tiny little hidey holes and we actually get them to socialize like human beings.
It's pretty good. Yeah, a lot of artists, as far as I know, do get sort of shut out of the world and, you know, kept to their own self and not time to socialize with other, you know, brainy and creative people, I suppose.
Well, being an artist is inherently like a sort of solitary activity. Like it's you and the piece of paper. But at one point, about a decade ago, it hit me, we can do that together. We can all be social anxious people.
Okay. I'm Mick Wingert and I play Master Poe, and you're watching Bibi's World.
I just went and saw some of the voice actors. I got Master Roshi to say something to you guys, so I hope you do enjoy it. A few other little bits and pieces that I'm sure that you'll be excited to see as well. So yeah, been a busy day, still hanging out. We nearly finished the first day actually because it was rather short. Went from 12 PM through to 5 PM instead of the normal 9 AM start. People in the background. But yeah, it's been really good. Lots of people around, even though it is the long weekend, you know, people going away and everything. But yeah, anyways, I will see you guys again soon.
Mike, is it hard being the best person in Shingon Crimson?
That's a loaded question.
You know.
You know, when you're the lead singer, you're supposed to be the best. Crow knows what it's like to be best. That's the answer.
Yes, I see you.
Yes, question.
Any elements of the character ideas that you have of them cross back into your personal life? Or do you have trouble removing yourself from the characters sometimes?
Well, for Roshi, God, I hope not. I think there might be instances where I can put some of my own characterizations into things, or things that I think are funny, or things, an approach that I think might be funny. But man, I really hope that the characters haven't rubbed off on me and I haven't taken on their personality traits, because some of them belong much better in fiction.
I wish I was more like Tony Stark. I mean, who doesn't want to be this cool, you know, and make it rain all the time? Yeah. But honestly, one of the reasons I got the role of Poe specifically is because it's kind of my story. Like, the first convention I ever went to, I went as a fanboy. And then, you know, 5 years later, I'm attending for the panel of my brand new Nickelodeon show, Kung Fu Panda. It was amazing. So to be the schlub who works at the noodle shop, who all of a sudden is the new Dragon Master, is kind of my story. And in that way, it was like truth reality and fiction were mirroring each other. And to that end, I would definitely say that there was definitely some rub off of that character on me and vice versa, to be sure.
Awesome. Well, the rub off for me is when a character is emotional and it takes me an hour to maybe go back to me. There was a game I did called 50 Cent Bulletproof years ago. And sometimes you walk in to do a game and you haven't seen the script in advance. Usually games you don't. And they'll just plop down 70 pages in front of you. And the text was so offensive that I wasn't sure I was going to stay. And I decided to stay, but I had to sit for half an hour before I could go home because it bothered me so much. But you know, you're living truthfully under given imaginary circumstances. That's what Sanford Meisner said, my teacher, years ago. And they're not my circumstances, but I have to live truthfully in them, for me. So I try to get as real as I can, even if there's a crazy, wacky voice on top. And that involves leaving myself for a bit and, you know, going on into another land.
Lovely. So, questions. Who's got the first one? I see you right in the middle. Thanks for being right in the middle.
Wait, can they just yell?
Oh, they totally can. Let's do
just
that.
yell? Yeah.
Project. It's from the diaphragm. Oh.
Hey.
If you ever cosplay Weiss, would you be Jessica Nigri?
Hey. No, but I'd probably stab her.
Ow, my arm. That wasn't my question. My question was, like, you do a lot of, obviously, you do a lot of, like, sort of more provocative sexual cosplays. And that's awesome, and people can do whatever the fuck they want with their bodies.
Hey!
But I was wondering, I'm a little bit younger, so I do a lot of but what do you think are the sort of boundaries around younger people or people doing younger characters doing sort of more least modest?
So are you talking about people that are underage dressing in a sexual manner? Because they should not do that. Everyone should definitely wait until they're 18 before they start to kind of really explore that self. Because when you're young and you're growing up and you're a teenager, you don't really know yourself too much and you don't want to do something that you're going to regret later on and look back and be like, oh, I wanted to be an armor person. What is all this out here, you know? You really have to know yourself before you go into... Oh, sorry, I've got really dry throat. You really have to go into that stuff a little bit later, just before you really figure out who you are and what you're all about, because you don't really truly fully develop as a human being mentally until you're like 25. Okay, so what advice for someone starting out cosplay making? You can look up tons of tutorials. There are a lot of other cosplayers now who provide tutorials and patterns and YouTube videos for everything. So that stuff is all insanely readily available. Also too, if you're like not too keen on making your own one for the first go and you want to like buy one, there's some incredible quality costumes out there. There's also prop builders that can help you build stuff.
Are there any voices that you'd like to do in any upcoming dubs of anime that you're like, oh my god, I have to be that character?
Oh my gosh. Man, I haven't thought about it. That's a really good question. I don't know. Oh my god. What are we watching right now? What am I watching? Or a video game?
You're a video game.
I would love to do anything from WoW. That'd be sick. Oh my god, I don't know. Let me think about that one and come back to you. Cool. Yeah, side quest. Hi, what can I do for you? Would you like the leather pants or chainmail? And that person would be like, oh, skip through all my life. Just give me the freaking pants.
Introduce you guys to Cherami, Leigh, and Landa! I'm sorry, I was really distracted by your amazingly beautiful voice.
No.
Thank you. You started talking and immediately Cherami and I were like, oh. Oh. Can I just do one thing? Yeah, yes? How you guys doing?
Good.
Come on, New Zealand. How you guys doing? That's right, I'm gonna be super loud because if we have to be energetic, guess what, guys? You have to be energetic. So the more you give, the more they give, and vice versa. So
There you go.
give and take, give and take,
Sounds
give and take. We'll start the questions now. Yeah. Who do you ship?
Ooh, well, I ship a lot of people.
Okay.
I wanted to ship Happy and Carla. But I know that Carla's voice actor Jade really loves Panther Lily. But like, I don't know anybody who doesn't love Panther Lily, so I think Panther Lily should just be there so that we can all love him. I mean, I gotta say that I ship Nalu. I don't know how Lucy feels about Natsu, but Cherami ships Nalu. So it's only a matter of time.
Who do you ship? I ship Gajiel and Levy.
Well, yeah.
I mean, they're like my ultimate ship in the entire show. And I also root for, what's Brina's character's name?
Gruvia is the ship.
Gruvia.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Gray
yeah.
and Juvia.
Oh, that's it, Juvia. Okay. Totally ship those guys.
It's the best ship name, too.
I know! Gruvia.
You just want to dance.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember all the shows that you've been in because we're in Sailor Moon together.
Here we are.
And we're also in Sword Art together.
Mm-hmm.
What are the other shows that you've done, Cherami?
Fairy Tale.
Oh, Fairy Tales and Fairy Tales.
Black Butler. Were you in Black Butler?
No.
Soul Eater.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. Ruby.
Okay. Okay, I have my answer.
You have your answer.
I think Black Butler.
Yeah.
You know?
We all want to do that accent.
We all do. We all want to do that accent. I happen to love that it's a very gothic kind of anime.
Oh, yeah.
That's totally up my alley, so I like that a lot. So definitely Black Butler.
Do the accent.
No! You don't want to insult anybody.
Clear.
It's, you guys, you don't understand. We're asked to do a lot of accents, and every single time we have to do an accent for an audition or a role. I don't know about you, Cherami, but I'm always like super, like filled with super anxiety because I'm like, God, I don't want to offend anybody.
I block it out immediately after.
So they'll often tell us when they want us to do an accent, or they'll say, please do this audition in the vibe of this character, and they'll give you a YouTube clip or an MP3, and I'll listen to it, and I'll do as close of a match as I can without, hurting my voice or doing something crazy, and then I block it out. And then if I get the job, I'm like, oh God, I not block it out again. Can I hear my reference? Can I hear the video? What did I do? Thanks for hiring me, but was that me? So the whole accent thing is always.
So there's a scene where Kyoko takes Sayaka to her dad's old church, and she offers Sayaka an apple, and she has like a bag full of apples. And Sayaka, being a girl that was brought up in a relatively comfortable family and all that, she just, kind of in a bad mood, and she tosses the apple to the side. And Kyoko sees that, and she gets so mad, and she picks Sayaka up by the collar, and she just glares at her, and she says, I see you wasting food like that again. I will kill you. And it's like, whoa, girl, calm yourself. But
you know where she's coming from.
Exactly, because you don't want to waste food like that. So that's a line that I had a lot of fun.
It's nice to meet you all. I am here to talk about cosplay and also answer questions and stuff. So, I will get started. I started cosplaying, I'm Ashlyn Day, my full name, here you go. I started cosplaying probably about 6 years ago. My first con was in 2013 at WonderCon, so that was my first time cosplaying at a convention. And I made a Loki cosplay because I was really jazzed about Avengers that had just recently come out, or was coming out, I can't remember exactly. And I had just seen Thor, because that had just come out, and I was like, Loki is the coolest, let's make a Loki outfit.
Yeah, I think I saw someone who did commissions. How, in terms of the number of commissions compared to your own costumes, what's like the ratio?
I very rarely take commissions, and I only take commissions if my season is going to be very quiet, but I do take them from time to time. I would probably say it's like a 1 to 10 ratio of commissions versus my own stuff. It's just a lot easier for me to do commissions for like friends, which is something I do more frequently than just like random commissions. Anyone else? Question? Yeah.
What's been your most time-consuming cosplay to make?
That is a good question. I don't even know if I could think of just one. I would probably say to date the wizard from Diablo that I did for BlizzCon last year is probably the most time-consuming, but also the most time-restrictive because I had to make it in a month. And so I worked pretty much that entire month non-stop, and it was crazy. And I was still working on it the night before because I'm really bad at procrastinating. I made this last night. I finished it last night. I went to the fabric district before I left on my flight from LA, and I picked up fabric, and I brought it here, and I landed, and in the hotel room, I cut this out on Wednesday evening, and I just sewed the whole 2 days that I was here, so I'm not good at planning ahead. So obviously the big three probably would be your best place to start if you were trying to start building a following. Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Instagram and Facebook have kind of become useless now because the algorithms are but it's still something that you should try to work on. Twitter is really good if you do a lot of gaming cosplays, a lot of anime cosplays. There's a lot of gamers on Twitter and a lot of anime fans on Twitter, so that's a really good market for them. I would also, if you're trying to build a following, start hitting up like cosplay share pages. They have some on Facebook, they have them on Instagram, they have them on Twitter, and just be like, hey, can you feature me? Like, here's a photo that I'd love to boost or whatever, and they can help build traffic to like cosplayers who haven't really gotten like a good push yet, and that's really great because they direct all of the traffic and you can have Instagram stories, you can do stories like share for share on their stories, which is really cool, so you don't have to have like somebody else's post up on your wall forever, but like you can also give back to the community and like do a nice cool share for share, so that's fun.
Yeah. Would you consider cosplaying like as like a female character instead of?
Yes, I would, 100%. I just haven't really found a male character that I really love, you know? I think crossplay is really, really cool, and I don't have any problem with it. I have a lot of friends who are really good crossplayers, and I'm like, how do you do it? How do you become a boy? It's amazing. And I don't know if anyone here knows Tracy Hines. She's really beautiful. She cosplays Ariel, her most notable character that she cosplays. Really beautiful. But then when she does like Peter Pan, she's just like, oh my god, you look like a little boy. How did you do that? It's insane. It's insane. She's also like this big, so it works, but it's just crazy. So I think it's really, it blows my mind that people can do it. I feel like I can't, but I also haven't fully tried yet. I would love to do a Frodo. I would do a Frodo in a heartbeat. I just need giant hobbit feet.
Hey, this is Master Roshi from Dragon Ball Z. Make sure to sign up to Bibi's World. Subscribe!